I know it's early, that being 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or the crypto markets being open for 3.5 hours. But of the coins that I got selected, the second biggest loser right now for the day is the Dow Jones, down 660 basis points or 3% on the Thursday session, or close to 3. Theta's down 479, but it actually had a small pump and it's dumping a bit of it back now. But within the Dow, what does this mean on its chart? I did a little bit of the stock market. All it's doing is just breaking down from the 18 average of lows within this, looking for another leg lower. Pretty much this line is your must hold area for the short term analysis, but that's not really what I want to go over. I mean, what are some of these codes here? I've never really heard of any of these. And I'm looking to do one for the buy low, sell high. But which one do I choose to do? I mean, GE I've heard of. We have... Which one? This one's got some nice movement to it. So let's take a look at ATRA and see how the buy low and sell high would look upon such. That would be, I'm going to call it Atari. No, I'm not. Tara Biotherapeutics. I didn't think Atari, the video game system, would ever get into biotherapeutics back in the day when I remember watching the football game, as bad as it was, probably around 1981 or 1980, 82. No, it couldn't have been 1980. Maybe 82, 83 at the latest. Those games were bad, but only games in town. Well, this one would be just so simple and profitable. I mean, I'm not going to do it on this one. But amongst such, what's the volatility? 14, it's okay. I mean, long term, it's just a long period of time. The ultimate high to low from the bottom range is $12 to about 57. But if I was playing this on that strategy, you almost welcome these down moves for. It was like sell, 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 maybe a buy, sell, buy, and maybe you got a buy order here, and maybe you got a buy order here, and maybe you got a buy order here. Something amongst that nature. And I just looked at this Navios coin. Let's see if it's profitable to buy low, sell high, or at least, well, it would have been profitable. Sell, buy, sell. I mean, at this point here, you'd be doing very well. You'd be profiting up here when it was 20, but at 350 today, would that be profitable? Well, we'll take a look at this. This is going back to 2005. So we're looking at about 14 years worth of data. But if I look at a crypto chart, that might go from 20,000 Satoshi down to 350. Well, it seems to do stuff like this in a year or so trading, or two. Therefore, what we're going to do is we're going to go right back to the start. What did this open at? 52.50. Buy on the open, put sell orders and buy orders in, and what I'll do is I'm going to go back to this on the daily term time frame to that early point period. I have placed buy and sell orders in for decent amount of volatility. As we go along here, obviously the sell order is higher than 70, as it should be, at least in the crypto game, which is the whole point of why I'm doing this video. For in this spot, the amount of periods or days that I've traded without that a trade is phenomenally low. 0. We're in December. Now we're looking to possibly buy, but my buy order is below 43.20. We're now into April of 06, June of, oh, there we go. In the summer of 2006, the buy order at 40.14. Which means it's either buy next or sell, and Then we'll move into some more time frame and a sell at 54.70, which is where I placed that sell order from the last buy. Of course, I'm going to move a buy order in lower from this point. And then wait for the next trade as we enter into 2007 on this. So this has got to be entering a sell. There it is, 73.95. Put the buy order in at 53 and a quarter almost. And then move into April of 07 and a sell order at almost 100. Place a buy order down near that previous low at about 72 and 3/10, or exactly that. And sell rather at 132.48. New buy order placed at around 92.5, not exactly. And then wait until, we're going to be entering the crash years soon, because there's going to be people in October 07 thinking, market can only keep going higher. Some will say it's overvalued. Hey, you got a sell order in at 182, and like, hey, markets go up, I'm going to sell, you think. And you do. But you move on and wait for the next order to hit, and it's a buyback, and relatively fast in this case. And then we continue on as we're about to enter the Great Recession and the stock market crash coming soon. 92.49 buy. And then a sell order, maybe a little short. Definitely, or a little high. Definitely a little high. But I got it back in this case as we have the market, which tops at around May the 14th. May the 14th is the day of the top. Anyway, 132.78. And when I say the day of the top, I mean by the S&P 500 broad market. Because I can remember to the day thinking, oh my goodness, the Dow Jones is up to 13,000. Who is in the right mind buying that? And I really said that at the top, which was really interesting. So that's why I remember that date and that such and that year and all that stuff. So there's May 19th, the top date of the stock market. And there we go. We have June the 24th, which buys in at 91.48. And we'll probably watch some more decline coming soon, especially in September and October. And then again at the end of the year, start of the year. So now we're going to be moving into September. This is when the stock market has a really vicious fall. And we can see the volatility amongst here, 72.30 buy. And we'll continue it some more. There we go again, 53 and a quarter almost. And again, we are near the bottom. October 10th was the day of the bottom. So we should be seeing a bounce from here. Which the 7, well, it's going to be 2 more down days. And then we'll see. But for now, 40.15. And we'll see. So that should be the day of a bottom. But this is only going to be a short-term rally that comes into place. And we're not even getting one here. The low in here, I know it's 28.50. I got 28.68, so that's a buy. And the market isn't going to bottom on a global level until March. So there's a buy at 1972. And continue decline, 12 and 2/3. And we'll move on and maybe yep, there we finally sell after numerous buys in a row. And sell some more. And even another one at 45.29. So 3 buy orders have now filled back in for some profit. Let's continue on and wait for the next trade, which is a buy, as we are now in February 20th. So we're 3 weeks away from the great bottom, I guess, of this stock market indices. So it'll be no surprise to see 1662 buy, which, hey, you miss, you miss. 1680 was the low. And there's a sale at 46.18. place the buyback near 27 where it came from. But in looking at the last transaction, that was a buy at almost and sell at almost a double move. And these types of volatility plays is what's really going to make it so that when you have harsh results, which we know this is going to have to the downside, that your net play should still be that of a gain in really bad conditions. And of course, we will see in time if there is. That's a sell order that hits because it goes above the line at 58.92. And that buy order misses twice. Twice it misses. And then we move on, and then we're into 2009 at the end of the year. Stocks are going really bullish now, and they will remain such obviously up until, well, recently. And there's this sell order hit. I got 75.64. Looks like no. 50 is the high. So you get unlucky at times, you get unlucky. We're now in the autumn of 2010. We're now in the spring of 2011. No trades for a while. And you see during busy times that this is normal. Crypto market should be no exception. There's a big plunge bringing it down to 34.79 buy hit. And the new sell order is going to be close to 60, so you can't see it right now. But we'll move on. We're now entering 2012. No trades for a while. And this is real life. You could be going almost a year, but in crypto space, you could be going a few months. And now we're into spring of 2013. There's the hit of the close to 60, which occurs in the summer of 2013. And we'll move it down to 33, but for now, it looks like this sell order hits 75.80. Yep, that's the high. The order is 75.64. And we'll look to buy back at 56.22, but not before we first sell this. And then the next trade after that, at least. And then the rally continues, but not for that much longer. We're heading into 2014 on this. And now the spring and summer of that year. September. But we got a couple buys that come in on a decent sized price correction. Got a couple new sell orders in. They may never hit because this thing is about to get totally smashed. Of course, if you knew that in time, you would just sell everything, of course. But we're just not caring and trying to predict where the market goes. Rather, adjust it when it hits something. So on this day, you'd see buy order fill, 33.25. And then you'd wait some more for whatever happens next. I'm selling at 57 and change. Okay, we got a buy order here. 26.93. Again, you get an order notified August the 24th, 2015 that you bought. And then you can manage your order book. Oh, okay, maybe put a sell order in, maybe somewhere around 38.32. Submit, and there's no more work to do until you get your next trade. And that would occur on, well, two of them coming in here as we got this capitulation coming through. And this is now in the end of the 2015 year. So let's keep on going here. We see more of the decline, a rally here, but no sell order. This one buys at 9.25. We're not far off from the 6.95. Does it hit? It did on this period, it looks like. Low is 6.90, so sure enough it did. This makes 8 buy orders hit in a row. Of course, there's a quick sell right there. And high volatility, that's going to happen. Do we get the 13 before the 7, which is a previous hit? Well, I can see there that it buys back. And then in moving further, I can see two sell orders that get activated, 1343, and before that was 1042. And the upper buy order is where I would basically say I need for it to hold and stay above. In time, I know it doesn't, but for now, it doesn't. It goes to it, so that's a buy order that gets filled, and that's at 939. And then continuing further, it looks like it is a buy order hit at 685. And 2 days later it sells. How about that? Maybe another sell order might come into place. It's 50-50, I guess, at this stage. But we're going through more time now. We're finishing off the year 2016, and there is that sell order at 1395. And then as we move further into the year now 2017, a beautiful rally to spark another sell hit. And the buyback at 1307. And a sell order at 19.80. And we're now in the year 2017 as the crypto year comes into place, but for stocks, different story. $13.01 buyback. And another one here because I can see it goes to below this line on June the 1st. 967 was the buy order. Almost hitting the 1384 sell. Not quite. Again, not quite. But this is a bullish setup where you think it's just a matter of time. It's got to hit in the next couple of days, doesn't it? Close, and there you go. And then the buy order back at the twice hit previous low. It needs to be a third hit to execute. But before then, we're seeing the rally go to 17 and 18. Close to your sell order as we're now in the finishing off 2017. Not quite the sell order, and good size correction. As now we're into 2018. So this is just one more year left in this. And we're already into the spring, and there's the 1023 buy. And we missed the 657 buy, at least right now. June of 2018. And well, the stock market right now is going through some interesting points. So this thing should be, with no exception, there's a nice little decline to the buy order hit. Keep it going and keep the buying going. 522. Not quite the sell hit there, but definitely quite the buy hit at 405. And another one at 314. And we're working to another buy order. Yes, 2.27. And now we get a sell order. Just hitting. In fact, that would have been today. What was the high today? 356. And I didn't look in advance. I just put it up in the area, and that's where it hit. So that's where we would stand. So 355. Where would one look after a trade like this? But the market setup looks like it's ready to get going for now. The market was a losing one, and overall, you'd be up 100%. 100% gain. It means all the losses or all the gains that were in place were needed for the buyback. For starting at any time in market conditions above where we see on the chart, plus 1,000. Starting any time back in here would mean you'd be down. Starting any time in here would also mean you'd be down. It works all linearly, and I'm using the strategy where everything is worth X amount. In this case, everything is worth $1,000. So every time a buy or sell would come in, the amount in quantity that I sell and buy is determined by how many is required to ensure that the portfolio value is worth, in this case, 1,000 base units. There was a time in the early parts where this was down minus 600, or more than minus 5, going up to positive 200 or 2,500. That was a 2.5x return gain. But again, we're looking at a chart that goes down that can still profit amongst this strategy. Before we look at it further, again, just taking out all this, got all of these lines. These are all sell orders from, of course, that would have been from the point. But this is this is a chart that's getting its ass kicked. So to be able to come on and say, yes, a market has retraced 93, 94% of its value, and yet you can still find ways of ensuring profits. And then when you look at these numbers, and that's some notes I'll be using for tomorrow in the hockey games, but you buy at 52, and you look at the volatility. Buy at 40, sell at 54, sell at 74, sell at 100. When you can get decent sized moves like that, it works out very, very well for the amount of gains that can come into play. I think the crypto market does a very good job and such, and as I was showing in these examples where you can go through extended periods of time without making trades, and really fast periods of times making multiple trades. That's exactly how it is in the crypto space. And right now, for many of the coins out there, we're in the spaces where not much is going on. But that's right now, January the 3rd, 2019. In February, April, November of this year, and into the 2020s, things will change. But the mathematics of 2 plus 2 equals 4, or what a 20% doing, or a 20% gain here will always be 20%. So the math will always be the same. The market harmony for how charts have moved even since before I was born, and mostly everybody, I'm in my 40s now, is still the same. So market mechanisms aren't changing. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.